Alright folks, out here on the road again, going on a little quest. I want to talk today a little bit about how important it is to have purpose in your life. I know I've talked about this before. There are so many things going on in the world right now. And for a lot of people, it's very easy to just throw up their hands and say, well, there's nothing that can be done. So I might as well just enjoy, the little creature comforts that I have and, just try to get as much money as I can and, forget about things because they don't see any way that they can be a part of the solution. But I'm here to tell you that the solution, well, first of all, the solution is so much more about what we need to stop doing than it is about doing any one thing in particular. And the biggest thing that you can stop doing is you can stop treating yourself like shit. You can stop partaking in relationships that leave you disempowered. You can stop partaking in addictive patterns of behavior that leave you disempowered. As we fix ourselves, we will fix the world. There is the great Hermetic axiom of as above, so below, as within, so without. And what that means is, as with you, so with the world. And a lot of people think that, it doesn't really matter what happens here, this world can all burn to hell, and, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Well, you're wrong. You're just plain wrong, because as with you, so with the world, and as with this world, so with the universe. So what we do here matters. You matter. You count. The things you do in this life are important and will be counted. You will be weighed and measured at the end of this life. So, we've got World War III looming on the horizon. We've got a extremely nefarious fascist medical agenda rolling out. It has been rolling out for some time. And you've got a government that is becoming worldwide, a totalitarian government that's becoming worldwide. And it just seems like it really seems to me like there is a demonic force or an entity, or I'd say it's probably more like a force, like the dark side of the Force in Star Wars. Zoroastrians called it the Arhmanic force. The Ahriman was the god of darkness in that tradition. Rudolf Steiner wrote about how Ahriman was supposed to reincarnate back in this, sometime in the future. He was writing in the early 1900s, but Ahriman was a god of, a dark god of technological prowess. And when I think about, the age of Aquarius and how it's the age of, it's this fixed air sign, and it is the age of technology, you know, it's a sign that often asks, can it be done, but not necessarily should it be done. So we have this AI agenda rolling out, and in my mind, AI is the Arhmanic force. It is the Antichrist energy. You know, you have just recently the rollout of AI art, and what, just as an artist myself, just thinking about like what that would do to the prospects of up-and-coming artists. I mean, it's absolutely devastating, because I can tell you, it is extremely hard as an artist to make a living selling art, and this is just going to put even more people off of that track, which is really sad, because art shouldn't be done for the sake of making money. It really should be done for your own introspection, for your own shadow work, for your own empowerment. As a society, I think we've lost that connection largely, and there are few and far between people who will take up that mantle of being an artist and continue to paint a vision for the future. As Terence McKenna said, you know, if the artist can't find a way, then the way can't be found. And I think that's very true. I think in this dense reality in the age of Aquarius, the artist is the closest thing to a magician or a shaman that you can find. And if we don't have those magicians, we will suffer as a result. So this AI agenda, you know, it's starting to creep into so many aspects of our lives, and you know, I'd like to be able to just smash the central computer and go back to a primitive technological society, but you know, I just don't know if that's feasible. Probably not. We have to find some way of reining it in, you know, making technology our servant instead of the other way around, which is what it's supposed to be. You know, the age of Aquarius doesn't have to be this age of dark technology. You know, there were inventors like Tesla and Wilhelm Reich who, you know, they created ways for us to really innovate and strive into the future with technologies that could have liberated us from the need for fossil fuels and wired technology. They could have cured cancer with orgone energy, and but what we've seen as a society is the inversion of that. They've taken these great inventors' ideas and they've inverted and twisted them to be archonic. So now instead of like radio is an excellent example. It's just, you know, when radio was first invented, they found that it worked best with the Schumann resonance of the Earth. That 432 hertz was the most clear resonant frequency that they could broadcast the signal out on. But what happened was they decided to go with 440 hertz for some, probably nefarious reason. But when you broadcast at 440 hertz, it's actually dissonant with the resonant frequency of the Earth, because it's a little bit off of the Schumann resonance. And so you have to, it comes through with a bunch of static. But to get around that, what they did was they just amplified the frequency like 100-fold or something, so that there is just they forced the signal through, so that there's an extreme amount of radio frequency going on all around us all the time. And then, you apply that principle of, broadcasting at a dissonant frequency to things like 5G and Wi-Fi, and it'll just make your skin crawl. But anyway, I'm getting off on kind of a rant right now, but there's just so many things going on. So many things I could be talking about.